Hi, welcome. In this video, I want to take just a minute to talk about this issue about pandering, okay, to those who are seeking help with their dogs. And when I say pandering, by way of those who, are approaching training as a learning-based exercise or within the framework of a permissive type of approach, or an approach that does not take the path of a approaching relationship problem between dogs and owners as an intervention, therefore bringing on the focus onto the dog owner differently, okay, in terms of how they're interacting with their dog. Again, I talk about those two core ingredients that are needed: influence and control, by way of changing perception of dogs the right way. And so this whole thing about, why it is that this idea, by way of those who identify as balance trainers, force-free trainers, radical behavioralism, why it is that they have the home field advantage, okay, when it comes to playing into, okay, people's emotions, into their role the wrong way. And again, I talk about, it's no different than, again, I talk about the, using the parent example, the permissive parent. And again, I talk about causation, talk about, consequences of that parenting style. And it'd be no different than someone walking into the home of a parent who's struggling in the relationship with their child that's become very selfish, and do nothing but just enabling it, doing nothing but simply, you're good to go. It's coming like Santa Claus with a bag of goodies over their shoulder, because that's what's happening in the dog training world, by way of trainers are using these treats to motivate responses, superficial responses. And be no different coming in with a selfish child and just bribing, because that's what it is, because you're bypassing, okay, the parental role, and you're focused on just superficial response and just totally bypassing the social aspect of the relationship, the parent's role, the parenting style, and just simply engaging at that level, and just getting a child to perform some superficial responses, some good responses, picking up their toys for, say, a brand new Xbox game or something they want, and just handing that Santa Claus bag to the parent, saying, "You're good to go." You just keep on, reinforcing behavior. Okay, so you ever wonder this word behavior doesn't fit? Okay, I talk about superficial responses. Those are just superficial responses, and these trainers are using that word behavior in an attempt to prop up those responses as if that represents change. And again, the same question I put out there, how are these trainers establishing, okay, that those superficial responses represent that the relationship's getting better, the perceptions are changing towards the, say, the parent. How they establish it? Well, they're not. Okay, I understand, because those two core ingredients are missing. Okay, it's not part of how these individuals are engaging relationship problems. So all to say that when I say pandering to a certain audience, yeah, it's very easy to do that. But again, connect some dots here. Why do you think that dog owners are struggling, continue to struggle even after investing time, money, and energy in this idea? Dogs are moving around the training environment looking fantastic. Okay, and that's what these trainers are playing into. Getting the pet all over your dog, reward your dog, based again, and the level of a dog's perceptions aren't changing. That's, I call it stinking thinking, okay? Why are you there in the first place? They're not engaging the relationship that way, okay? They're not following the path of an intervention. So this is the source of the problem, understand, in the dog training world. So you see these individuals, this is why they keep talking about popularity and views and likes. Well, they're playing into that. Okay, this has become a totally dysfunctional system. Okay, this is a culture. And so dogs being destroyed, that's the collateral damage of it all. So my encouragement, again, understand that, even though things might feel really good, might look really good initially at the front end, doesn't mean it's good, okay? And this whole thing these trainers are doing, so why these trainers, they won't talk about the real issue because they can't, they don't want to. It's not in their best interest. It goes against their 5-year marketing plan because they've already sold out. I mean, that's the bottom line here. Why do you think these trainers are so triggered, but they want to get all personal, but they want to answer the specific questions I put out, how they qualifying the perception of dogs are changing. Like, that's just a basic question. Like how you establishing that? Like what's your whole foundation? Like how you establishing that that's what's happening? Well, they're not. So just think about the selfish child. It's the same thing. You know, superficial response. They bring these words in like behavior. They don't belong. And so this has been from the beginning, and this is the mess that we're in. And it's just getting worse and worse and worse because understand when you embrace a lie, there's consequences. So what do you think? All the confusion, all the divisiveness, all the blame shifting, all the things I talk about, it's all part of the big lie. So, and then now these trainers, because they've crossed all these lines, okay, they can't walk this back. Okay, people understand this isn't a matter of just simply making a simple, change or a simple adjustment here. They can't do it. I mean, either training's a learning-based exercise or it's an intervention. That's it. It's an intervention. So the only way to reconcile those core ingredients I talk about is by way of a intentional interaction-based approach. Thanks for watching.